Yeah, so I'm Captain Wes Heinlein, W-E-S, last name H-I-N-E-L-I-N-E. I'm the company commander for Bravo Company, 70th BEB, which is part of 125 SBCT at Fort Wainwright, Alaska. So we're out here as part of Arctic Edge, as the force provided by the USARAC from Fort Wainwright, working jointly with the Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Force that's out here at Fort Greely, conducting a wide variety of different tactical mission sets that test USARAC's, U.S. Army Alaska, and Alaska Command's ability to mission command a joint multinational force, combined joint multinational force here in Alaska in the Arctic. And so as part of that mission, we're here at Fort Greely in support of base defense operations to enable the garrison here to provide better security in the case of contingency or defense of the homeland operations. So kind of what we're exercising right now is Alaska Command's ability to conduct DISCA operations in defense of the Arctic and specific key infrastructure up here in the Arctic, and to test our ability to work with joint sister services as well as a multinational force and the austere Arctic environment. So we have, like I said, a joint force, a multinational force. Coming down from Fort Wainwright, we've got a combined arms force that includes engineers, sappers from my company, as well as a platoon of infantry provided by 124 Infantry Battalion up at Fort Wainwright. And then with the Marines, they came with a low altitude air defense unit and an EOD unit that they've attached to us to support the defense operation that we're conducting here. And then on top of that, we're also working with a Canadian unit that's providing forces to my company team. And then we're also working with some British forces that are assisting us in a pretty complex mission set and allowing us to test our abilities not only to mission command and coordinate with the Marine services that are up here, the Marine Task Force, but also to test our ability to communicate with Canadian forces and British forces and really hone that ability in the Arctic. So today is the final day of our mission set here at Fort Greely. So we've got forces set up in battle positions arrayed around the airfield here at Fort Greely, along with some other critical infrastructure that supports base operations here. So my team is out in battle positions, both dismounted and mounted, testing the capabilities of our equipment to maneuver in the Arctic environment, and as well as our soldiers to implement skills that they've learned that allow them to conduct dismounted movement in the Arctic. So I've got roving patrols out on skis. We've built some icecrete battle positions. We're testing some of our strikers and our RRG's ability to use their systems that work very well in the summer and then sometimes need a little extra care in the winter to get those operational. So we've got them all set up. We've got a force of Canadians that are monitoring airspace in real time and allowing us to really execute a complex mission that takes into account the varied threats, both conventional and non-conventional, that could be used against us in an Arctic conflict. I think it's a tremendous opportunity for us as a force at Fort Wainwright. It's kind of America's premier force in the Arctic to train along with partners in the Arctic, strategic partners like the Canadians that are up here, and then some of the other units, including the Marine Air Ground Task Force, that is working extremely hard up here to test kind of the Marine equipment set and mission command infrastructure in an extremely austere environment. So I think short of actual conflict, there's no environment like the Arctic to test kind of systems complex systems in a friction-rich environment. So as we see here, the weather is an extreme challenge up here. So it's definitely tested our ability at Fort Wainwright to implement a lot of the train-up strategies that we employ throughout the year to make sure our soldiers are ready in the Arctic. And it's given us a great opportunity to share some of those lessons learned with both partner nations and with the other joint force that's up here. So really an incredible opportunity for us to be out here as America's Arctic Warriors, as well as the other forces that are up here.